We got the Bakar, we got the Denring, we got the Affords. No science, guys, so that might be the hard part. We do get the culture thing. We don't get the monoliths. We do get plants built instantly. Now, alternatively, right, instead of the Bakar with their energy, there might be something better. These guys, if they had skill up, but they don't. Do you have skill up? Nobody has skill up for us. So the thing with skill up is that if you get skill up with this, maybe we should just look for that, right? Skill up with culture is a good combo. Yeah, this actually seems like a lesser combo than before. Let's do a different sector. Forge rolls and minerals. If we can get a good Bakar thing going, that would be nice. Ah, he's not very good, is he? You got time dilation finally. So, oh, there's the teleporters. Early game money as well. I mean, that could work. But the problem with this setup is that it doesn't have any techs that give you lots of happiness. Right, Ascension, alright, but I mean, it's no culture thing, right? Yeah, it's not what I want. Export focus? That could be... Okay. There's some good ones here. There's skill download, there's culture, there's replicating knights. Social capital with that. I mean, yeah, efficient's okay. You have like a bunch of things. So does anyone have teleporters for us? Does Vittori do? Alright, well, you're in then. We can get researchers, perhaps? Researchers might allow us to get something early. Like if you get early access to replicating nanites, right? That could save more time. Yeah, I could produce more of their main product in Forge Worlds, but it's just the main product, so it's not building extra culture. We got this though. This is really good because then you can culture everything, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to make every... So we gotta have a plan basically to have our needs met for every planet, at least the basic needs. Then we can interconnect all the things. And also, you know, we have the Vittori with their quantum computing, so we'll have the science to get here quickly enough. We also have the researchers perk, which allows us to get something more quickly. And probably, or get, you know, one of these, like a tier 1 techs in the late game. Like hydroponics might be good late, yeah, you don't know, right? So you get all 3 instead of just 1, right? So you can use the deserts and the things. What is this sector like? It's like just beautiful sites, right? Beautiful sites and export focus. Export focus seems really nice as well. Because it'll double the base value of our planets, basically, if we have everything exporting stuff with culture. This might be good enough. Let's have a see. Or look, or think about. You get the idea. So you could form a loop like that, but then, you know, how do you get food? I do not know. We don't have the better factories. I guess we'll take these 4 and see what they are. And they're in a line, which is usually not what you want. So, like... making food here is hard. Like the ideal spot for a food producing plant is here in the middle, right? But the things this requires are just like, oh, they're harsh, right? Bots and chips. And can you at least connect there? Oh, you could. Well, then maybe it's not too bad. Right? We could make a bot down there. We could make a chip down there. The problem, of course, is this annoying jungle here won't be able to do anything. You know, then we've got this swamp making food. Oh, great. And you could send it to the earth, right? Well, like it's cutting it off. I mean, you could send it to this earth, right? That'd be better. This one will send a human out there, human out there. Although, no, it can't send a human out there, and this one can't either. That plan doesn't work. So the idea was to do this into that, into that. But you can already see the problem occurring, right? If I do that, now then okay, but if I want to do that, then that connection is not happening. Nor is this one. Yeah. Let's have another look at these. I mean, like this ocean here as well. Like maybe we go with a different plan. I don't think this is going to be our food. Nor there's this. Like what's the food source? That's a tricky question. I mean, it could just be I make some humans here. Where's that getting his food? I have no clue. Let's have a look here, maybe. Right. And then we can make ore in two places. Right? Like that. Or bots or something. It just needs food. You know, I'm looking towards, you know, if I can do this as well, right? Like, where's the food at, right? At this point. Also, you know, I have a plan to get goods. There is none. Although, you know, there's flexible fabrication available, but I'd rather take skill download everywhere. So I'd rather build it in such a way that we can get the goods later and we don't have to worry about the other stuff. So then if this is goods, this is ore, and this is an earth-like, and this is its food, and this is a robot question mark. And that'll at least have a plan for a successful colony, but how are you going to get your water? From here, I guess? But you don't... I mean, you do connect, right? 18. So yeah, from here. And I guess you will make additional food for this Earth-like. Yeah, that won't be connecting, but that's fine. Guess we'll do with Earth-like colonies then. I mean, yeah, the food planet won't become successful easily, but that's just... you have to pay some price. We can't get it all. But at least the unsuccessful plants are at the edge and not in the center like before. And I don't know how to make science with this mess. No, that may be some bots or something. That's fine, right? So where do we start if this is the plan? What are the two that have the least upkeep? You are 3, right? Yeah. So we'll start with you two. 2 upkeep, 2 upkeep. 1 upkeep? Question mark? But the Dender might have a mission to make you... the Silthid wants you to make robots. I guess we make the ore. Because nobody will have a mission to make ore. Well, a people producing plant is successful. We have a recipe for that. A forge world is successful though? That might happen, but I don't know. Got a lab studying biomass and get it to 3. I'm not making any. We got these two options. I don't know, we just have to make a couple successful planets. It shouldn't be too hard. So let's start with this. It's a good start, right? Yeah, the water's available now for you. That's good. So then the bot is next, which goes here. I could have a look, but I'd rather not. I'd rather look as little as possible. We have to take another look, though, somewhere to get some access to science. I mean, there's 3 points of science, right? Like, that counts. We also have 21 income. That's not bad. Let's have a look down here if I can't use this human so we can actually get this mission done. Well, that's not very nice, is it? It's nothing. Okay, this has to be chips, I think. Like just successful planet, right? And you're done. And you're done. Another successful planet. Still no good laboratories, though. There's 2 more planets that are ready to be successful, sure, right? But I don't want to gamble on this robot. I mean, we can, yeah, okay, that's fairly safe now, but problem, you don't have a source of ore. You do have a source of chip. I mean, it's just like, this can be freezers and bots, right? Like, these are pretty good for that. Making water. Like, maybe we just do that. The problem is I'm cutting things off, right? If I do that, and then that, and then there, then I'm cutting you off. It just doesn't seem right. There's just nothing there. There's goods, I guess, right? But like, I mean, you have to put your thing into a lab, I suppose. I guess we're gonna put it here then. Like, I want a laboratory. But like, of what, right? Of water? The hard part is if I make water laboratory, then I mean, maybe that can be done. And then how are you going to get your ore, right? Like, we just leave the bot, make the water, and we only get 1 bot as well, so it sounds like, yeah, it doesn't work. That doesn't quite work either. Like, I'm having a hard time getting science started is the problem here. There's no good way of getting things going. It's really unfortunate because this is such a good setup we've got when it comes to technologies. I guess we'll have another scan then. So is this it? I mean, there's 2 sources of water now, right? As well as an arid. Should that count for something at least? I mean, yeah, the goods will be obstructed, but that's fine-ish, I guess. I mean, there's also 2 bots here then, probably. And then those are going to work. On the other side, that is, right? 2 bots and a person. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so we'll start with these. And then this 2-way trade, right? And then try to get some food. I mean, no, don't do that. Or do? I mean, I don't know. Like do that at least. And then we get some water in here. I mean, I shouldn't put that down before scouting though. Okay, there's food. Not the best forest source, but there's food. Exactly, 3 science. Okay, good. So now we get quantum sensors. Saving us a lot of time, which is mostly why I'm taking that. I will do that. Sending those in. And then finally, let's have a scout first though. Do we have the time for this? Like which month do we end up in if I build this lab? September, October, November? Okay, we have 2 scans in us. Let's make the most of this. Okay, I mean, sure. I guess we could make bots here. Or here. Humans here. Bots here. I don't know. In any case... Oh, we don't have the money to do the lab this year. Well, let's just take those then. A Forge World is successful, huh? Yeah, I haven't gotten a plan for that one yet. It's like getting a chip in there, right? And getting a good out. Like, I need both things. And this is chip in. This is good out. This is fine. Although I should do this first. Just float this planet for a bit while I build my lab. There's 3 science. So we got 6 total, right? 2 okay-ish labs. Not great, but fine, right? Here's the chip. Can even send in some water, right? I might want to wait that because you gotta get mission for that. And then food, please. Food, please. Okay, this will have to do. Yeah, we could get a ton of 2-way trays, but this will have to do. Okay, send that. Send that. Done, finally. Alright. Let's improve our science output. I want to. We need to make a bunch of robots or a bunch of humans. What am I going to do first? I think a bunch of robots, to be honest. Over a bunch of humans. Because we're going to need some robots over here, I would imagine. Where are they going to come from? That's a good question, isn't it? They could come from this forebear ruin, so let's check that out first. That puts me into established. I think there's no helping it though. Oh, okay. Let's learn about the forefather culture. Let's grab ourselves. I mean, if I do, I will never get freeze-resistant bolts, right? I think that's a pretty big loss, to be honest. I will take them though. I mean, yes, that costs us 4 science to do. But these are so cheap and so nice. And basically, you can now use ice balls. That's what that says. instead of having expensive terraforming tech. I mean, I could even take hydroponics as well later on, right? You can now use deserts, which, you know, we have some. Connected everywhere. Like, they'll be great, those deserts. As farms. I'm sure of it. So now we gotta... I could just explore a bit. We're kind of out of money is the problem here. Well, lots of planets here at least. So this here. Pretty nice. Okay, quantum computing will get us our science output. So now they're actually researching for 5 each. Which is quite a bit better. Still not good, not nearly good enough though. We want like a lot more. Okay, so we can get economic zones, which I probably want. Would imagine that I could use those in some place. Like here. Not to a huge extent though, because I'm only sending out 2 of the people. Nah, we'll fix this. Get, you know, that going. And then get... We're already getting a good here, so it doesn't matter if I box you off. That's nice. Get that going. I mean, I guess you're obstructed, yeah. Okay. That's not bad, right? Not bad at all. So this. I could get a mission for that is the problem, right? Let's have a look down here. These forges are expensive to run. And I want the information, right? Like we have plenty of planets visible now, so we should be able to build a large empire. It's like, build bots, right? Do we though? Or do we want goods here? I think I want goods here. Because there are like colonies here. Oh, this one's annoying because it requires microchips and all. But I mean, it could be just be a farm, right? And then this can be a colony. And then you can have this obstructed annoyingly. Oh, this one isn't. So then where are the bolts going to be made at, right? It's the main question. Like, I guess if that's ore, then... I mean, it's out of range of that, but it might become in range with like a relay or something. And fixing you will... Yeah, you're at 7%. I want to fix you. Just do some internal fixes like this. Not that one, though. Because Fattori can have a mission for 2 of those to successful. And if I get that mission, I want to be able to do it pretty easily. So, like, just keep the water spare. If I send you out... Yeah, then you send out all your water. I don't want to do that either. Like unlocking flexible fabrication for this seems also fine. That might be unnecessary, right? There's 85 credits in there. Oh, that's good. So do I just... Like, where are the bots going to be at, right? That's the thing. I don't see a good place to make them. Oh, here. I'm a derp. Derp. Obviously I want bots there. Like, what else would I want there? It's like asking for it. Is there some ore available for me? Oh, there is. I can make some more. I mean, that'll do it, right? Maybe you want to take the money, but I think we'll take it later. It'll be fine. This one's cheaper to run though. What it's worth, I can get you complete. I mean, everyone wants water, but we'll get that. We'll get there. Okay, so now... There we go, mission complete. 8 more. Let's just invent 2 technologies and get 2 food to successful? Question mark? This one, right? Yeah, we got 1 set, so just 1 more. That's not too much. That first, though. Then invent 2 technologies. I mean... Let's take economic zones. I mean, I'm not really interested in most of this, right? Xenofoods, not really. Infrawave, not really. I could just take hydroponics, and that gets us to self-hosting AI immediately. Just like, you know, done. Boom, 8 more science. Economic zones is next. And then we get replicating nanites. Now this looks good, right? That's the plan. That's at least, you know, moderately solved. Like, these are not generating any income is the problem, right? Like, these are actually losing us money because all they're doing is making science. But I mean, they're making 11 science in there, right? It's not insignificant at all. In fact, I might do a chip lab, even though it's just 1 chip. I mean, there's nothing in here, right? I mean, I could later put a teleporter in and send all these humans places, but... The thing is, we're at 23 planets, right? So... If I build the lab now... yeah, and we'll also get replicating nanites very quickly if I do that, right? Also, there's economic zones available, which I should take. And that will be the way to make money. I'll make some of the internal connections for that. And those will be helpful for culture later, too. I just send in all these humans. 7 science. I mean, that's not terrible. Also, you know, you can get successful plans out of that. So are there more internal connections we can make? We can do this, for example, right? Oh yeah, that's good income. Can do this one as well? No, it's out of range. Can do this one. That one's not bad. Anything else? And this one for later, right? If we ever get some culture going. That, but I wanted to wait with that. I mean here, but it doesn't do anything because 0 times something is still 0. Who would have thunk, right? I mean, I could just explore once. Let's do that. Hit 1 explore. It puts me in October and now can advance without fear. Well, much fear, right? Without being terrified. So, like, you are out of range. That's the problem. Well, we'll get something like relay soon enough. How do you get you some water? How about we do this? Right? Oh yeah, that's a very good one. First though, a food plant to successful. Well, I mean... that could be this one, right? It's like in general, it's a good idea. Because then we make some goods here. With like the extra ore that we're making. Like, we can get this successful, no problem. How do you get a secondary bot in here, though, is the problem. Because this will steal the water. I mean, I could do that, but then there's no water. That's the problem. We also need 2 colonies to make this work. This is why getting food plants successful is kind of difficult. Where I'm like, I need to have, you know, some start of it, because otherwise it takes so long. Like this, for example, right? It would need another colony to be made, which needs another bunch of things. I can make food here, for example, but then it would need biomatter. There's a 2-way trade for biomatter there, and then a food there that solves these things, right? Well, then this guy's food still needs... I mean, wait, hold on. You connect? Oh, you do. Oh, then this is a much easier solution. There we go. It's cheap too. Alright, we make the food. We make the biometric tick. Then we connect you. Getting you your second export. And all you need is a biomass import. And then you're good. Right? Right. To go. Mission complete. Now the thing is, am I forgetting something here? Like an important tech to take? No. Alright, Dender done. So now, this is Dender. So, ooh, Dender have a mission to get a food producing plant that prospers and improve our yearly science output. If I can get the Dender mission done, then we get much more, what's the word? If I can get the Dender mission done, but you need another partner, another import, and then another export. So tricky, right? What does this thing want? Successful partners, right? Like that takes a while. I mean, you're successful quite easily. Let's send in a human there. But you also take a food, I suppose, right? So that's one successful partner, but then it needs 2 more. Like, where is it finding those? That's out of range as well, right? This has a hard time getting water. I don't know about all that. Like, I mean, that, right? But it's also out of range. Like, that'll be a while to fix. Over here, too. I mean, this works, right? Like, green stuff in there. Sure, right? Then you've got your green thing. And I guess this is a successful partner? Yeah, successful and prosperous, right? So then what do you still need? An export, an import, and green stuff? But the green stuff we can get. It's just the export that's hard. I mean, we could make a mineral here and that would work. But then you're still missing a successful partner, right? Because you'll have 2 successful partners, like this one and that one. Like, sure, I can, you know, do this connection and then that connection, right? And then I can do permafrost melting here. Right, so, you know, you do that and that. And that'll make another successful partner for you. So you have your 3 partners, but then there's a snag. How do we get the biomatter in there? Like, we can't. Also, maybe I should just take this anyway. I think if we can't do it immediately because of... Can we, like, use teleporters to fix some of these problems that we have with these food plants? Do we have a location where we have additional... I mean, this one, right? Sure, right? That'll solve that issue with teleporters, right? Problem with it is the other issue. I mean, maybe just more teleporters, right? Like send out... Like if I connect these 2 to these 2, for example. Does that work? This is another food plant there. I mean, yeah, we can send the food in there. we can get a good for this thing. And we're still missing the green stuff though. Though we could get that from up here. That will require the founding of one planet though. Which does cost us 2 extra months if I do it before the dinner tech. Is it 2 months or is it, you know, not 10 science points? I think the 2 months are more valuable than the 10 science points at that point. Do we actually have faster construction of things? What are our perks? We don't, right? We have social capital and researchers, right? Yeah. Use resources quite effectively though to jumpstart our way. I mean, it might just be... And yeah, we'll get the Fattori tech discount instead if we don't take the teleporter, so it's fine. We'll not get the Dender one. So now, how do we solve this, right? Because this is kind of the problem. Like this sort of this silly biomatter that is needed everywhere. Like we need so much of it too. Let's start with that. Okay, so that's one. We'll get a teleporter for you. I mean, I could just found all the plants I want, right? A teleporter for you and you. If I like get a water for this, then we'll send out a chip. Like this thing. Right, get this thing a chip, and then what does that do? Oh right, I can make a colony here then. That's the thing I wanted to do with that. Using the last food, right? And that solves things, I think. I mean, sure, do we have a biomatter lab yet? We don't. So maybe we may build that too. I can certainly see that working. And you're kind of in the way, but that's just going to be the thing of it. So then the idea is we build this in such a way that this thing is going to be so in the way. I just know it. We don't have swap right now. We have to get this exactly right, or you know, we take all the damage. We might need to use a relay. I don't know. But I mean, you can take this if I want to. Do I want to? I mean, we don't have an ore lab yet either. There's lots of ore around here. Could that be okay? I mean, probably, yeah, with an ore lab as well. Now that'll get our improve reliability science by 6 done as well. I mean, this one will by itself, hopefully. So yeah, we're finding all these planets, right? But we should get this one and then stop. At least until December. And you can just sort of send out some scouts. Right, try to get as many plants as possible this time around. Okay, so can we do another planet here? It's going to be so tricky to get the thing exactly right. I don't know if I can pull this off. Here and then that. I mean, this one. Maybe. Very maybe. What's it going to make? I mean, robots, right? Would make the most sense, I guess. Because we can maybe get some goods from, you know, further up. Or chips. I would guess. Like, I would guess chips, yeah, because, like, we have the food, we have the stuff. We just need goods everywhere. So, yeah, we'll make a chip here. Our income's down to 35, but that's fine, because we're going to connect everything up. Oh, we're not, because we don't have the money for the teleporters. Problem? Let's just do that, then. Tech available? I mean, I could put the lab in the back. Well, that's... Yeah, that's not it, right? Is it? That might be it, to be honest. I mean, just cut you off, I think. Yeah, I can do that from the other side, obviously. Let's do that. I mean, yeah, we'll get the science lab still connected with everything. With like the whole shenanigans we're gonna pull. I think it's fine. Like that gets our, you know, Vittori Tech discount, which is really important because it discounts teleportation. Which is like the thing I want next. Right? Like once you get your teleporters and your things, then you're, you know, you're good. Good to go, basically. It's really important that we have the biomatter for you though. So you get the Dender quest. That Dender quest. Okay, so I can do that because it's going to be necessary later. Same here, actually. Add a version to our list? Yes, please. Does that change our game plan significantly? I mean, yeah, it kind of does, but later on, right? Like, we should be focusing on money. We'll get a lot of money once we get the thing. So if I make you, will you produce one more? You will, right? Yeah. That's fine. Get those two-way trades, right? Oh, that puts us into Vast, though. It's exactly what I don't want to happen yet. It's like maybe we take some asteroids, question mark? We're kind of in a bit of a pickle with regards to income. I mean, it'll go up quickly once the things are around. That's just... Ooh. The Elysium project as well? Do we have a project like that? We don't, right? And Scale Up doesn't work on... Let's add that as well. Like, okay, like we got some stuff to research, certainly. This is... Yes, but, like... Yes. I want those. Those are really nice for, you know, doing what we're doing. So, like, maybe take some asteroids this year. It's such a... difficult. So I cut this off. Is that bad? Might be. Might be okay though. Any other internal connections we've got? I mean this one, right? I want to make this one right now. This is kind of too good not to. I can make this one as well. I mean, we'll need it later. And I guess this one for the income. Sort of start interconnecting things that will use this stuff later, right? Later on, that those connections will start working once we get the text to utilize them. And now we can actually found another planet without going into Vast until next year, so we still got almost a full income. So our happiness is kind of low, but we have teleportation, which, you know, I've been waiting for this. But yeah, I guess we won't be putting the lab in, that's fine. Okay, so now we should be able to fix everything, right? Send you in. Send that in. Send that back. And then you as well. Dender Tech discount. Good, okay. Siltha Tech discount to make some robots? I think so. 2 more food producers to Prosperous? We got them ready, right? Yeah. Sure. Let's do this so I can get space-time inversion early. Because that's probably one we want next. It's like, get you going. It's very nice. Sure, that's some income. Doesn't do much, but it's some income. Also, food here. Two-way trade. No thanks. Biomatter, is that nice here? Kind of. But it doesn't work, so let's just do that. 63. Alright, alright. Like anything that makes us more money is welcome at this point. So maybe we take Universal Harmony at this point. Or the Elysium project, because plants with projects makes more money and it'll suck up a bunch of resources. Like we have the tech discount for it. Like I just went up in income to 28. What is it missing? Like lots of things. But making that work will make it prosperous, right? So I can get the bots in the water with a teleporter. We just need more of the green stuff. Like always. Oh, we can get it like that, right? Oh yeah, if I connected this in. If I had, but I couldn't. I mean, we should have put the lab in the back, I guess. But right now we can't go back. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's fine though. We'll find a way. I mean, maybe that way is just to double up some teleporters here. Couldn't be all bad. We'll get the bots, for example, done. So you do that. Do you have your two-way trade? That seems better. Yeah, we can do this. And I we put it in a way that gets us some additional planets though. It's like I kind of feel bad if I only got one planet for that. Wait, did that just consume all our things? It also... I just realized that doesn't work if I don't... deliberately do that. Like there's no other way, right? Oh, fine. It's sending it to all the wrong places. Connect you first. Okay, you get an extra ore. I don't want it to get that ore. It's annoying. Okay, let's make the robot first then. Let's send the robot out to the wrong thing. Make the goods then. Go make some goods. At least you can do that without messing up. It's not that out of range? Ugh. It's not working. Nope, it's not working. Okay, so we need to get something like this. I mean, that's sticky, but it works, right? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. So now, like, I can do something like water. Going the wrong way. Okay. That in. Robot. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now you. What just happened? I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, that works. Okay, now. It's still sending in the other ore though, so that's no good. And if I send the robot in here, right? Although, yeah, this is fine. We got this very sneaky thing here that we can use. Which I adore that we got that. That's clever. So we can do this. That wastes a chip. It's fine. Can't go without wasting at least one thing. So then... Oh, that sends out the other robot to the place here that it doesn't need to go to. And that wastes another chip. It's like none of the things I do work. It's like, will you make a fourth robot? It will, but only if you send in another chip. Which I can't. I mean, I can send in another ore, right? This is such a chore. Because, like, if they go the wrong way all the time, then it won't work. It's like the whole problem is things going every which way except where they're supposed to go. Which, like, is because things are, you know, they send them out whenever you have all of the possible connections. Yeah, this is sort of... Oh, that one can even be... That's kind of cute. Cute, but not useful. Not at all. Yeah. So I guess we use these. Okay, at least that's that. So then we need to send out one of you. I'm fine with that. What if you, which sends in a chip as well? Okay, so now these chips aren't being wasted. Good, so now we can go in here. Which we should be able to send in a droid. Okay, that's good. They're still waiting. Then we can send in a biomatter. That's good. Okay. So now all we need is a water. All we need is a water. Problem? Or not a problem? Not a problem, we have an ocean. Or the ocean is going to be more humans. Or it's going to be food, I don't know. What I don't know is this one's probably going to be... Water question mark? I mean, the ocean gets 4 output, right? Yeah, 3 food or 4 humans. Now we have plenty of human plants, so let's make ocean water. Yes, we get colossal. Take a hit of 40, I guess. So now... Yeah. Bang. That is... big. Okay, send... Let's keep doing that. Well, it's fine. Just stop, please. Create some more of these sinks. Right, so now they don't go every which way, except where I want them to go. So now finally the resources will maybe start going where I tell them to go, instead of into random places where I don't want them to go. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully. That's the idea. That's the start. Okay, so take one of these. We need 8 of those robots, though. How are we gonna get that many? I don't know. Maybe you have some robots for me? No, you don't. You have some tech for me, though. Yeah, this is neat as well. We also have skill download ready, actually, which I desperately want. That's so amazing for us. So like, what are we looking towards doing here? Because that skill download's amazing, but okay. So first, let's send in a culture here. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. So like, okay, now you want a microchip? Like, I want to do this to make some cash, right? Like 331. That's good. Now I had a thing here where I could get some money, right? Yeah. We needed that injection at this point in the year. Well, actually, I can wait a little longer. See if we can make some more progress here. So I certainly think we can, like that. Even more. Like that. That's good, right? Nope. Don't want that to happen. Okay, now we have to take this. 478. Okay, that should be enough money for a while. So now I can finally get some more requesters everywhere. Every which way. One over here. Skill up facility. One over there. Skill up facility. You need the water. Like, we're just going to get these. And one over here. Water. All right. All right. Yeah, we got some prosperous plants here. That's good. That's a start. It's a good start. Somehow we're still not making food producing plants prosperous, but yeah, hold on a second. Like, there we go. Like, just send in a culture. There we go. Prosperous. That's one. I mean, meanwhile, we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Like, a whole host of prosperous plants here, but that's fine. Like, we'll make another host of prosperous plants somewhere else, but right now, I just want the money, right? Like, yeah, we need these 8 robots and things, but if I focus on the quest, you know, not doing this, that seems wrong, right? Just look at that. It's just like, wow, everything's prosperous. Let's go, right? So, like, in order to not have to worry about all the nonsense we had with, like, planets that just didn't want to cooperate, right? That just kept sending things to places where they didn't want them to go. We're going to go ahead and stop with the nonsense and start, you know, just sort of like building these in useful places. Like, for example, one here would be great, right? And we'll connect you in, for example. We'll leave these out, but We'll get those later with like relays and stuff, right? Those last few. So 108, but we got 4 more planets. Also, you know, I want to make some robots. Because I need some, right? We ran out. Are we okay with this money? Yeah, we're okay with this money. Skipping this ice bowl though. That's fine. So now I can do the skill-up facility. Hold on. If I build the skill-up facilities first, like as many as we possibly can get, we'll get more income. Like everyone gets this. Where'd that go? I guess we won't give you a skill-up facility then. I don't want things to send things places where I don't want them to go. I don't want to waste any resources. They keep wanting me to waste resources, but I'm just not going to. Where'd that go? That also went somewhere where it shouldn't be going. It's like, is there any place where I can make one of these things without it blowing up in my face like that? Because it's annoying as hell when it does that. Like, it's just not what I wanted to do. Like, not at all. It's like... yeah, maybe over here, right? So any other skill-up facilities we can do? We already have one. Maybe like in here, right? Which is that? Just 3? Well, we can get more then. Get a skill-up facility over here then. Because they give me more income, right? I should build them at the end of the year. Okay, there we go. We need a bot here. There we go. There's a planet. Okay, now we're out of colonies. So that means founding another. Basically, right? As prosperous food planets, just not a thing at this point. I mean, you, right? Yeah, you're it. Or this one, perhaps? Don't have the water for that one. And I wouldn't know, right? I want some efficiency, though, is the thing. Yeah, the mission is annoying. Like food plants to prosper is such an annoying mission for us. It's such a chore. Can I just get this one done, please? Universal harmony, right? We're 1 short of that? You kidding me? Now we're not. Get that universal harmony, please. So now, here's one of your annoying exports. And here's the other. Not enough partners, never mind. So let's never mind that, because I want the aversion. Also, guess how many points we still need for aversion? 1! Right. Why? You nasty. I guess we'll connect you in. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to do that. Okay, let's put that there then. And then I guess we try to get as many of these as possible. And that's not unreasonable. We still get this one as well. Sure. Get that extra points of science. Yeah, keep getting them. Although maybe not those. I want space-time aversion. Which now we really have plenty of time, hopefully, anyway. Okay, so the food planet that prospers is a chore and a half. So let's get that started. Which one's going to be the food planet? I guess this one. So yeah, let's get started. But build inverted slipways, please. So that's a start, right? We now have food here that we can send places. I guess we'll start with building an arid colony. We can send one of the foods there. Now we need a chip here. Which already is hard to get, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, these food places are annoying to get the product upgraded. I mean, it might be possible to get, like here. There's got a bunch of microchips here, right? There's something like that. Squeak it in there. Oh, excellent. How much is that? 200 and something? We'll pay it. And then let me guess, I mispositioned this this bottom one. I did, right? Didn't I? Needs to be up further. So we can hit this. And this needs to be right up in the corner. Like below. Like right, squeak. Not that much squeak though. So I do want this ore planet in range as well. So now we pay the 200. It hurts, but it's necessary. And then finally, there. Plenty of chips for these kinds of planets that just want them. I can I get a quest for that? It's just I can only get a quest for Prosperous at this point anyway. Okay, so now what are we lacking? Well, it needs an output for some of its stuff, right? But of course, like, you know, all our people plants are already taken. So why don't we make another? Only takes a single month. Can connect it in immediately. We can get a second thing going. So now it wants a biomatter. Well, we don't have any. But we can add some more in, right? Like over here. There we go. Finally, it wants to get rid of some more of its stuff or get some more imports. But one way to do that is just, you know, give the thing some culture. So it finally stops annoying me. Okay, no more food planets, please. I've had enough of those. Like, it's been a chore. What a mess. So now, improving our science output by 8. Like, the thing to remember is that I don't really want most of these techs, right? Using robots as people doesn't really help. But relays do help. And so does universal harmony. So it's a total of 90 and then another 100 or so. 100 and 200 tech or so. We have 32 science. We could get a little more. Alright, 8 points of science. Not too hard to get. In fact, if I were to guess, I can pretty easily do this and send in a bunch of humans and get it. I think we'll get this. And then we'll also get the Forge Worlds to Prosperous. So let's build this here. Inverted Slipway. It costs 17, so we can actually build another set of skill-up facilities somewhere. Not over there because it's not ready yet. I guess I could build one. I mean, not there because that will send things to places where I don't want to send things. Because they just are like that. What about here? Yeah, that didn't send it anywhere. Good. I don't want to waste any resources. Because we will use every single last drop to make as many human plants as possible. And to make as many of these as possible. We got 700 income, so we're good with regards to that. So at this point, I was looking for Forge Worlds to Prosperous. Yeah, yearly science, right? So we're just going to connect this. And that will allow me to send in even more humans. All these researchers are researching a single chip. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Is that as far as we can get? You're already skilled up, aren't you? Yeah. Well, that's fine. We got pretty far. Yeah, there's 8 more science. If I want it. Which is why I'm keeping that. Okay, so now let's get some ore. Because that's what we need. Go to the next year. We got 5 more years. Now things are going to get nuts. Okay, so ore goes into here. Which produces the chip that this thing wants. Right. Now, it needs more. It's always hungry for more. Basically, yeah. Essentially, always hungry for more. So one of the ways, I mean, there's your casual 2-way trade. Here's your water, which forms that. Okay, so you can send one there, that's fine. Now you are in need of some culture to level up. Very good, that's one of the 2 Forge World to Prosperous. Also still need some more science. Oh, we've got 13 here, 11 there, 7 there. There's maybe a point to be made at connecting these couple planets in actually. So we can get like 4 more planets in here. It's not bad, to be honest. It'll take 2 months to do, but we'll get like 4 more planets in. We'll also get another lab in, which we might be able to use to get the final lab things. Let's just do that, right? It's 270, but it's okay, I think. And so now we can send in water as well. There we go. Task complete. So now, where are we going to go next? Well, we got to upgrade another forge world, which is this one, probably. One way to do that would be to give it some culture. Right now, it has a chip available for someone. Like, I should try to use these things as efficiently as possible so that, you know, I use the chip only on the one thing that needs it. For example, like I can connect this thing in and give it the chip, which then upgrades it, right? Food producing to prosperous again. I mean, I don't know if I want another 8 science output. It seems like a bit wasteful to do that. Right, considering that we have a total of 238 science remaining and only like, I don't know, like a 200 worth of techs. Did we really ever want? Yeah, FlexiFab might be nice, but I don't think I need it. I will just connect in everything. Like at this point they're getting 700 income. So yeah, not really, right? So now how can I get some more stuff? So this would be a great idea to send some culture to. If I had some. I mean, I could send in some more humans, right? 1, 2, 3 humans. I don't know about it. It doesn't make any income as a problem. I don't think I will do that. Let's do the other 2 things then. One of them is food producing again, right? Like, Tender, why do you want me to produce so much food? I won't need it. Well, maybe I will, right? I doubt it though. Well, I mean, we got one here, right? That's just going to be a food producing plant, no matter what. Might as well make it one immediately. Could we use some more water in various places? I mean, there's 2 water I see that can be used. I guess so. I guess we'll make some water. I'll have to take this asteroid, which I don't really like doing. It costs extra time. Time which I don't have. We go to Monumental. It has like no effect on our income anyway. There's that. We have like so much food as well that I don't know what to do with. Like I could just send out a second food to some of these like colonies. And just do that. Okay, what do you want now? Green stuff? Can you like become happy? These are so hard to please. So I can't connect in another set of things, right? Right now. Yeah, because it's like too expensive. I'm looking towards like making another forge world or something. Because we're lacking goods, I think. I mean, that's not entirely true. I can skill this up. And then send out a good, making you prosperous. And then, you know, do that. So we have some stuff. Some like spots to send things into. And then maybe upgrade you. I mean, if I upgrade this, right? If I upgrade it completely, it'll create more stuff for me. Where's the green stuff? Of course we don't have enough of that, of course, right? You're already skilled up, aren't you? Yeah. Setting up 47 already. Oh, you can use some more. Nice. Okay, good. We got culture and things. So one culture could go there to actually get you a second person equivalent. And one culture can go into this food place to make it prosperous. Okay, one more food place to prosperous. This is going to be a food place, I guess. Okay, you gotta get it some biomatter and some water. And then get it some good partners, right? Okay, send one there, and then send one there. Do you not really have another culture available? Guess not, right? Guess we'll create another prosperous colony then? We need a bit of everything again. So I can skill up you. There's our second forge world to prosperous. Okay, good. Like, we're making so many prosperous plants to make this one food prosperous, right? It's kind of a shame, really, because it's mostly wasted. Do that, and then do that. Any more green stuff for me? Like, we might be out. I might have to take the bank. I might have to plunder. Because there's no more green stuff. At least that I can see. Okay, good. So now where do we go? We need to find a new location to build stuff in. I guess over here. Right, just building some slipways over here. Is there a way to do this so that I can at least also get some of our existing plants in? I guess over here, right? We'd only get 4 plants for that. It's not many. It's also over here, but the plants aren't as good quality. Although as good quality is relative. We need green stuff for you, and we just don't have any. Like 1, 2, 3 we can do, right? Version. Also, that would be very good to do. Yeah, so like I could add like a thing to this water planet, like a green. It was Genesis cells, but that's not as good as getting skill up facilities, because skill up facilities also give you a resource, but they also increase the culture. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue. And I could get this one, right? To make more. And that's not... Oh yeah, that's not a bad one at all. Can you reach over here? I can't connect to this side. Can't connect to this side. Let's start with this corner. Can't connect to that side. There's not like a way to... That's as far as it goes. Are you serious with this? Out of range. Look at that. Well, if that's the case... Hold on a second. We can't ever connect to this anyway. Might as well put it in the closer corner. Please tell me I can hit that ice ball. Oh, good dude. There's like about a hair. Like it has to be like almost no difference. Can't connect to this. Like it's like, yes you can. Yes you can connect to that side. What are you? You know what? Let's do something different. Okay, good. You can at least connect to that. I mean, we're going to be lacking some water. I mean, not necessarily because I got an ocean and I think we'll have some for a while, but still. Okay, how much are you charging? Yeah, that's the problem. It's too expensive for now. Like, we gotta wait until next year, because otherwise we run out of time. I guess we'll settle some planets then. The thing is... I think that just has to be one of the last things we do. We have to like add an additional fan in somewhere else. Where we can actually, you know, get quite a lot of value. Because that just isn't a lot of value. Because there's like 3 planets down there that we still don't have connected. Here we can get another mineral here if I wanted. I mean, I don't really because I'm looking for other stuff, but it's fine, right? It's another mineral world. It's not bad. Let's just connect that in. Takes only 1 month. Can add some people, can add some water. There we go, right? Easy. And then you can send minerals to various places, but I don't want to waste those. Because those are some valuable things. We don't have any more colonies. So we really should get some more colonies going as well, right? There's one here, there's one there. They're like hard to connect in. They're kind of annoying. Maybe we don't care about this one. I mean, it's bots, right? That's the thing. It's also a thing I need. I would so love to get it, but... yeah, we love the tugs here, right? Is there a good way to... I care to construct it as well? That's out of range, right? Oh, you're in range. Like we could make a colony, but then we'd even need even more green stuff. I mean, I could just connect these up, right? I mean, how bad is that? We'll get 945 next year, so at least next year we'll be able to, you know, get some better value than this year, but it's still pretty annoying. So maybe we just take the bacteria breeding here. Just do it. There we go. Like we're looking to go from here. We can go as far down as there. Yeah, no, that really works out. Before I place the other side, let's scout, right? It saves 1 credit, and I can maybe see where the actual planets are. So we either get a mineral planet, or we get the other... I guess we get the other one there. Okay, so... pay the 300. Pay the toll to get a freaking green thing. Wait, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were getting to the green thing. That's good. Okay, next up. What's the next thing we need for this thing? A chip. Well, don't have any. Let's make some. That's what you ought to do, right? Okay, finally, some culture. There we go, that's one. Now, just make a human planet here, I guess. Prosperous, finally. Alright. Human planets are prosperous, let's do that. Because we have so much food available. You don't want to know how much food we have available. And I guess I can just do that and not the other things. I mean, invent 3 techs. It's gonna be next year, that. Let's get some human planets to prosperous. That should be possible, right? Yeah. It's getting kind of tricky. So, let's get you guys just sorted like that. So then we need some goods, which they're here, but it's completely empty. It's like, is there a Forge World? Like, we can only make goods in Forge Worlds, right? So it's like, wait, there are no Forge Worlds? What? This one here, but it would need infraways, which we're not getting until like 3-4 years from now, and then we'll use that to finish up the last few things, which is going to be horribly expensive, by the way. So yeah, this is out of range. This ones are in range though. Oh, this one's in range. I guess, right? So like, we're looking for, I mean, there's one here. Like, it's not terrible to take that. Right? Like, we can take... only 4. That looks better, though. 5 planets. Okay, that's our money spent this year. Okay, so goods out of 4, I guess. We have plenty of that. Okay, so there are some goods. we go. Now, extra human, right? And we can also do universal harmony, right? I guess it's a culture. The other plans that are successful or better. Yeah, so. Right, that's one. And now, like, let's make you. Like, you're already skilled up. Let's just send in an extra human here. Get that back. It's going all the way around and under, but that's fine. And then we need extra food. Well, thankfully, we got plenty of skill up facilities available, so let's go, right? Also, you know, goods, sure. Extra person, yeah, send it there. Now we get a culture available to substitute for a person somewhere, so, you know, over here. That pops prosperous. Let's get Elysium going. Alright, 13 population. I guess that's the easiest one to do, or the one most aligning with our goals. Which just means more people planets, right? Well, first, let's get these going, right? Like, let's get them all to legendary if I can. This is not the ideal mission to get, certainly. Like, the missions have been really annoying. Like, they have been sort of making things more difficult than they should be. It's like we're getting all these hard missions. That means we can't get easier ones / useful ones. Like, it's really important, right, not to waste any resources, because we need so many different things for all these, like, Elysium planets. This one here. You're already skilled up. Oh, you're not skilled up yet. Let's go. Get you some. Get you some. Get you some over there. Send an extra human here. This one's available. I should keep it. So what do we still need? Bots. Bots everywhere. Okay. You are bots then. There we go. I mean, all that did is generate some culture, right? Still, I want to upgrade them. Okay, let's get... Skill up facility... People planet. Reverted slipway. Right, send in some food. Well, at least we got a use for all this extra food, right? I mean, yeah, I kind of want to send you this, right? So that, you know, we do get all our people producing planets to legendary, because that's a requirement. That just ought to be done. Just ought to make them all legendary. Right, so why... Oh, you're obstructed though. And I can do that neat little thing, right? Doesn't take any time, so why not? So now... Here's a lack of things. Mostly water, I guess? As well as microchips, of course. where's the center of the galaxy? Over there. Of course, there are going to be more planets, right? Over here is a lot of good signals. Maybe we should have a look over there. Like I see a remnant already, right? Those can be goods and bolts and things. We'll have enough money to make another big connection. Which I guess is good, right? So like if I connect you in. And so now we finish up the year, we try to make as many skiller facilities as we can. Also send things places, right? If, you know, those places are useful. Because culture will in the end fix all of the planets that need 3 things to become prosperous, like this one for example, right? We can just fix those with culture, like this one. I know it already has prosperity. Or that one, right? In general, culture will make everything prosperous if it needs a secondary thing. Like for example, this ocean that is producing water, it needs a person and then another person. Well, you can also get a person and a culture. And since culture is like a, you know, is basically an extra resource we have, if you want to waste the minimum possible resources and get the most possible legendary planets, then that's the way to go. It's just a big chore to do, right? So also, you know, there's all these planets in here that, like for example, this. Right, if we ever need a bot, we can get it from there. And we can get some ore from here, but like we don't need ore bots. We need a microchips, I believe. Yeah. So let's go and scan at the end of the year. So we can build 3 more skiller facilities in various places. So I should. Like everything that's connected to the network should have skiller facilities. Because those are super good for making money. As well as good for getting us more stuff to send to places, right? Like the cube, for example. And here. And just 4 more income. And it's going to get even more later, so. Okay, let's have a look down here, because there are like lots of plants here. Yep, there's also a Forge World. It's super good. I want those Forge Worlds. I am super into those. So maybe we try to do something fancy here. Now we can go up to this range. So if I do this, yes, I can maybe try. Come on, already get. Yeah, that puts it in the wrong direction though, is the problem. Yeah, that won't work. And this is possible though, like that's still in range of both Forge Worlds. And we'll be able to get this planet, that planet, and that's not going to be correct though. That's going to be out of angle. Yeah, there's no way we can do it without being out of angle if I put it that much to the left. So I should be a little bit more careful with this positioning here. This is the one to the left is quite far away. Like that. Yeah, that still won't. So can I maybe put you on the other side? Like that, for example? You know, you're going to be a problem. And I could also just get this ice ball, right? But then I won't be able to get both Forge Worlds. So maybe we're just going to be happy with a couple Forge Worlds and skip on that one. Maybe we could even put it here. I mean, yeah, put it behind the ice ball. Who cares about that ice ball, right? Like there, and then behind the ice ball. A little bit more to the left. A little bit more to the right. A little bit more to the... right? There's sort of like a... It's a chore to get this thing in as well. I mean, could get both Forge Worlds right, but we can't get all the things. And I want all the things. Like maybe... Hold on. If I do this... And then that... I just angle it. You will be annoying then. I mean, of course it will, right? That's sort of the point. Because the point is to be annoying. Like that? I mean, yeah, I mean, we get, you know, this. But now we don't get this one. I mean, maybe we can, right? Just put the angle a little bit better. I mean, we get 5 additional planets with that. Am I happy with that? None of them are people planets, though. Like, literally 0. So, like, we'll get 2 more persons. And then we'll have to look for more. So, that's not a good option, right? The better option would be to take this as well. Because that has people on it. So maybe we forgo one of the Forge Worlds. Right, yeah, that'll connect. Okay, good. So now the question is how much this costs. Yeah. These are getting expensive. 50 more with everything. So we needed more. What do we need more? Chips, right? We need loads of chips. Go make some. So like, throw one in there, one out there, and one out there. So now they want goods. Oh, good news, right? Here, have some. You know, that's great and all, but we need more humans. So no, there's one more. Where is his food? Are we out of food again? That would be kind of incredible, given how many food plants we've had to level. Now we have more food. It's like, wait, there's gotta be more food. There we go, okay. We've got spare humans, send in one there. Also, we need another good for you. I mean, I could make more science if I wanted, but do I want to? I mean, there's cultural dissemination, which I could use. Like at this point, that would be pretty nice to have. Just so we can keep you need another export route, really. That's what you want. Some of these, they want to send people to various places. So let's just give them a place to send some humans to, right? Like, it's better to give them useful places to send humans to than just... Okay, so we have biomatter. We have enough food, so we'll be making water here. And you have sent enough people out. Become successful, so let's send out a person from here. That pops you to successful. Send out a couple of cultures. Send out a water in here and a water in there. Prosperous, prosperous. Okay, so now we're lacking 2 people. We're producing 1 if I send this somewhere. Mildly useful. And that's just going to help. Now, how many people do these things make? Like 4, right? Yeah, 4. So they don't actually make more people when they're legendary, which is sort of interesting. So the problem is, I can make 1 more person by upgrading you. Right, like so. Now we have 12. We're still 1 short. Actually, you know what? Let's just solve that. There we go. Remnants to prosperous? Let's do that. Like, I want those missions, right? Planets to prosperous? That's so easy to do. Instead, we get these annoying missions that just make you... Look at that. Let's get an Elysium project and then just send it in. There we go. That's 1. And it didn't even take any time. Like, I want those missions that say make X planets prosperous, but just don't keep getting other ones. And if you don't accept your missions, right, they just don't create new ones for you. So you've just got to take what you get. Which is a real pain, because it's like, well, our mission score is only 204, but it could be more. Probably way more. We just don't get it. So, this one needs water. I mean, there's all these... I'm looking at like, oh, there's one here. Right. Send you some culture. I said send you some culture. And there we go. Suddenly they're making the good missions again. Like that, what is that? So we just did 2 remnants, so let's do 2 forges and 2 people producing. Or 2 more remnant. Do we have 2 more remnants available to us? Well, let's just continue going with the thing we're doing, right? Like how to frustrate people, right? More projects, right? Scale up facilities everywhere. Water. Okay, now just the goop. That's over here. Yeah, there we go. And one more goop over here. This one now wants water, which we seem to have run out of. Which shouldn't be too much of an issue, considering we can create more. Create the water, send it in there. You are out of goop. Are you out? Yes. Are you out? Yes. No, you have no more green stuff. Well, that's okay, because we can create more. Isn't that always the thing? Okay. Now we're missing a robot, but that's not a problem, because we've got one floating around here. There we go, it's another one. And another one. So now all of our people producing plants that we got connected are legendary. Right, there's like 8 legendary planets around here. It's great. Good news, everyone, we have legendary planets everywhere. Alright, so now our goal is to get forge worlds and people producers. Everything we got connected is already prosperous. So we've got to connect some new stuff. We have 1478, which is, you know, enough for one more bundle of planets. We can do like one bundle every year, yeah? Now, one of the things I can do is connect these 3, which would be a really good idea, actually. Because like one of them is struggling, and that, you know, that's never good to see. So I can do something like this, which gets us 5 planets connected to the system. You know what? That seems okay. Put that close, because why not? You get 1500 money, which should be enough to, yeah. There's 400 right there. Also, these are, you know, just require some slipways to get in. Connected. Do we have no more goods? We might be out of goods for this. Well, we'll connect in a second thing then for goods. No, wait, we got one here. Ah, let's make some goods. Good, we checked. All right. So now send out some culture over here to improve you. And then, I mean, you're kind of important that you don't, maybe send another culture in here and then send some culture back to make you, why are you still not prosperous? Like, you want better partners, I get that, but I also kind of want you to pop prosperous so I don't have to waste all these resources. Okay, let's just throw in another human planet. And that way we can do something like send in a culture. And send out a culture to something that's already successful. There we go. And finally it pops prosperous. So we can get the Elysium going on it, right? Which is kind of what I tried to be doing all the time, but so now you can, you know, do that. If I want to. But more importantly, I can get you to successful there. So now this, right, wants a chip as well. Which are actually kind of hard to get. Would have guessed. We're back to needing more chips. Thankfully, though, we can maybe sort of get some. Now, this is kind of a huge empire, isn't it? Like, it's getting a little ridiculous. Still got 2 more years to go. I mean, can do spiritual growth. Yay, 100 more income. Oh, it took a while to compute there. Well, that's fair, I guess. That's reasonable. Like we're just not being reasonable, right? It's a very reasonable empire. How many planets do we have? 50, 61, 69? That's fine. It's nice, right? 69 planets. No problem at all. 2-hour run, 69 planets. Also people being... Can we just like sort of like get rid of all these? Don't click on them. Now that's why I need to make it wider. There we go. And I can just sort of... There we go. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah. I was looking at this and I'm like, yeah, I mean, sure, but you need goods. There's some here. And also, I've just realized we need to make another Forge World to successful, which we don't have. We got one here. Can I just send some culture into you and then you'll be fine? Well, that was easy. Also, you know, we got this connection still to make. Let's make it, because... There we go. People producing, that's like a chain reaction there. So now, just need to get rid of you or send you some culture, right? Like it's always a good alternative. Just send him some culture. So why the hell not? Get you as one of these. Maybe wait with that one, because you might get a quest for that. No reason to put that to prosperous yet. So now, you want some culture? I mean, get some from here, right? And get some more from there. Does it put you prosperous? Yeah, it does. Certainly does. 2 more forge worlds, 2 more food producing planets to prosperous. Or improve our yearly science hub. I guess we'll get more forge worlds. Like there are always a couple more to do. There's this one still to do, for example. And we still want some chips. It's kind of the next thing we're missing, so it most aligns with what we're doing. Yeah, I guess we want some chips for this thing. That's connected to the network, but not, you know, even happy yet. That's no good. Everything that's connected to our network should be happy. Yeah, we should be looking into that. Why is it not happy? I don't know. Perhaps we're not using enough things. So how can we get A, Forge Worlds to prosperous, and B, the other things. So, you know, there's this thing still, there's that thing still. Oh, you can just connect. Well, then I should connect you because that's super easy to do. And then I can send in a good, and then send in some culture back, and that pops you prosperous and generates a new culture. You can also generate more goods. So now suddenly we have 2 goods spare, which means we can get 2 more people producing plants. We need another 1 Forge World to prosperous, which means getting chips, basically, no matter how I'm looking at it. So where's the chips at? Can we get some more? These all have skill up facilities, it seems. So does this one. This one could provide some more, but it's not connected. That's going to be expensive to connect in and make everything even more expensive, so perhaps not. Right, perhaps we connect that with some infraways later or something. I mean, there's 2 of them, right? Like, hold on, there's 2 of them. Can we just get infraways? And we can certainly try to get there, right? None of the other tech seems that amazing. Like ascension gates, yeah, okay, yeah, it's fine, but why bother, right? So yeah, we can get some chips like this. Do we have some water available for that? Yeah, sure, we have fine, we have plenty. So let's do that, because it's also these are also remnants. Oh wait, this is a regular relay. We need do we need that though? Can we like squeeze in? I mean, I guess we can, but that would be like twice. Yeah, we can sort of can't only do that. Can just do that next year. So I guess we get some more regular ones then. It feels kind of bad because if we could do it this year, then I wouldn't have to scout and then end up with, you know, lots of extra chips that I then can't use. Because now we're going to overproduce, right? Like these 2 are going to make, like, if I skill them up, they're going to make 4 each eventually. So that's 4 more chips that I don't know how to use, right? There's like loads. And then again, like, fine, right? I can do something like this actually, get you to successful. That doesn't really help though. Like the bot goes in there. It's kind of a waste of a perfectly good bot. I think it's fine. And there's no super bad stuff going on there. Yeah, we'd have to sort of, kind of... This isn't very interconnected, right? This one's pretty hard to get culture to. We'll get there, though. I'm sure of it. We have so much extra culture available. It should be fine. I can even start with, again, doing some of these, like, doubles. I can also more easily see who don't have skill up facilities yet, like that one over there. Like, this does help with the income as well. Sort of. I think you don't have skill up facilities yet. I just sort of like do that. Oh yeah, this is plenty of culture everywhere. We're just generating it everywhere. Like that. That. If I'm generating only one, make 2 of it. I don't want to wait with this one though, because it's like not prosperous yet. And that should help a little with the income, right? Yeah, we now have 2,000. And that should definitely help. with getting enough money to interconnect everything at the end. So that's nice. So now we're looking for a Forge World. Really. That's about it, really. So I could, like, do that, which gives us access to these two. Hey! Did you look at that? Is that our first planet that has that beautiful sights? I think it is. It's kind of crazy, right? We have this entire empire. We just now found one of these. Sure, but... not what I'm looking for, right? Not at all. So could you maybe, maybe we can do that, right? Well, there's another one. Suddenly they're everywhere. Way too late though. Where are the Forge Worlds though? Like all of ours are already prosperous. Except this one, but this one needs chips. Which we can't really give it. Not cheaply. Not without infraways anyway. So should I just take this? Because it'll make a scan a lot easier. Well, that does mean committing. Am I willing to commit to this? It's hard to tell, right? I mean, this stuff down here, right, still needs to be connected as well. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Let's just look over here. Forge Worlds! They are here! Will they connect now? Oh, it will. Nice. Okay, how much does this cost? Too much this year, but we might just be able to just found colonies for the rest of the year. Okay, so when producing chips, we have loads of places where we're making bolts. We have... how many spare? Let's just make a bolt. And then one ore as well. It's kind of hard. I have to like start counting all my resources at this point. I have enough food. I think we need more. Ore question mark? There's 2 ore that I can see. There's a bunch of ore plants though that are like scattered around everywhere. Also, you know, let's get some skill up facilities every which way. There's no reason not to spam those. There's like loads of bolts here though. Yeah, we have lots of bolts. The answer's ore. Let's get as many skill up facilities as possible. This one could still use one. Because we will be using that to make more culture. Like that. Bonus culture. So yeah, what are we making there? You have enough goods. There's more microchips? No, that can't be right. We'll get all these microchips in as well. We're gonna have a severe water shortage if we don't... I mean, no, we're not, right? Because I can make more here. And I mean, I probably should, because all these things will want water. We'll need a lot. A whole lot of water. So then, if it's not goods... It's not goods, right? Or is it goods? It's so hard to see. Where are all my... I had some spare goods. I can't remember that. Oh yeah, here. There's 2 spare. Yeah, what do you mean? 1 here, 1 there as well, right? I think it's goods. Robots into goods? It seems like the answer. We have lots of spare robots. So now I can build an inverted slipway for 72. You know, that automatically sends their things, that's fine. And then another one for 558. And suddenly, everything's opened up to it. So now I can send in a food, which it needs. We can send in one of those. And then we can send in some culture. Right, so it starts generating some culture. We'll scale you up. I guess we can have you send out some culture as well. No, these aren't successful yet, but that will change the moment that I find ore. I had some. There we go. In fact, yeah, many. Good. Okay. Task complete. Next task. 12 population. It's a lot, isn't it? 2 remnants to prosper, so that seems like a good idea. I can get behind that one. Because that doesn't seem very hard. We just send in a water there. So we do this one as well. I wanted to make ore here. That asteroid's annoying. But so be it. And then, you know, we make this water as well. And then we get infuriated by can't connect to this side anyway. Oh. I thought I had some water. And then I didn't. And then I had some anyway. Huh. Gotcha. So now... you can send in a microchip to make you go. So now we have spare ore here. Let's send in a thing here. It makes it prosperous though. Like, making those prosper is not what I want. I can do this though. Yeah, there we go. I want to prosper this, so I have a place to send things to. Right, all sorts of things. Now you need... what do you need? Like some culture, I think. I'm already sending it from there. I can send it from here. Okay, now you're generating some. So you can send some out and that should pop you? Yeah. And that... hold on, that also pops him. I don't want to pop him. There might be a better way to do this, right? I can send some here, for example. And that gets, yeah, Gets the quest done. Right, I want to do it with as minimum pops as possible. 10 chips, 13 food, or a lab. Maybe we just get that lab as a quest. Kind of sucks, but we'll do the lab. Because it's just a simple case of, you know, it takes 2 months. What we keep being able to do quests, basically. I mean, yeah, it's utterly useless, the lab, but like we don't need 7 more science, but okay. We got it. Got 69 science. It was a nice amount of science. So get 2 people producing plants that prosper. So, I mean, we got 1 here that still needs to be doing. We'll make 1 more, I guess, prosperous. I mean, 1 here, yeah. And then 2 more remnants. Do we have those available? No, not really, right? We kind of just did all the remnants. I mean, there's 1 here. Oh, wait, there's like some in the center, right? Yeah, those 2. Like, I wanted to connect those in, and we needed infraways to do that with. So it's infraway upgrade, but like infraway at least to do 1 of them. Right, so now we can connect them both in. Not like that, though. More like so. Right, then we just need the water available. Which, I mean, there's some here. Right. I'm not supposed to be sending it there. I'm supposed to be sending it here. Yeah, there we go, right? This just does it by itself. And then this is the other one, right? But can't do that yet. Next year we can do that one. Still though, there's some nice progress. There's 1 here as well. Did you know there's a skill up facility and some connections we'll be able to get to it? Like, I would like to be able to do this. I don't know if I can though, right? That's the problem. Like, where's the other water? Because we might be out. There's some here. I have 1. Still need green stuff. You in range? You're just barely out of range. That'd be neat, right? Just to connect that like that. Would also become a 2-way trade, of course. But this can't need 2-way trades with anything. Just kind of amazing, right? That's why I kind of like these Elysium projects. You can get 2-way trades like, endlessly. Although we don't have Euphorians, right? So let's have a look at these, right? So we need 1 more people producing plant as well. I guess that's going to be our last one though, because it's. I mean, maybe we just resign to doing these kinds of things. I really want a source of water too, because we are completely out. Oh, there we go. I mean, yeah, this slipway costs 100. Like, deal with it, right? Expensive! Our stuff's expensive to build. But I mean, look at all that water, right? Look at all the water. It's like floating about. And it's good. Oh, right, the green stuff. We needed the green stuff all the way up here. Get another Elysium done. And you can still skill up, right? Yeah. So we can get another Elysium done. Yeah. Kind of. Kind of, sorta. Look, I don't know. At this point, things are a bit chaotic. Not in the least bit, because everything is getting a bit confusing as to, you know, what isn't prosperous and what is and what isn't. There's like some stuff here that's not done yet, I guess, that we should be doing. Or I could just add in more colonies, right, or planets or whatever. Like anything that can just connect to these like fans of things. Yeah, just build it, right? Like this was a really good start with like 7 planets here and then 6 more there. Also this one's still connecting it in. And this one goes in here with that one. That just seems great, right? It's just like this stuff over here, right? How do you do that? How do you deal with that? And you are ready to go. Need that other chip. Can't go without it. We need some more chips. Like, it's actually not a lie. We actually are short some. Although, no, not really. There we go. So, do you have more green stuff? After we're done with this one? No? Yeah, right. You gotta choose, like, either the thing or that. At some point you gotta choose. Is there like no more to be had? I mean, that's not true. We got plenty over here actually. Just gotta connect it in. It's going to be hella expensive. But yeah, we can get some more. Green stuff, that is. Also water? Or did it just make a bunch of water? Didn't I just... yeah, I made a bunch here. So I should be able to connect all these. Like this is a remnant planet, right? And this is a people producing planet, and that is a people producing planet. And this is a people producing planet. And this is a place where lots of people are needed. Let's get you ready. Let's prep you up. So I can do something like... yeah, that will work, right? He's able to say, I'm obstructed. And because I put that in the corner there earlier. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, this is possible, right? And actually, maybe preferable, actually. Preferable? Preferable? Words! And actually, maybe like so. Maybe I can get both. I don't think I'll colonize both, but it's always nice to have options. You're probably not in range, but that's fine. They can get 4 or 6 more planets. Can't connect to this side. Also, hella expensive. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Are you in range? You are. Nice. 622. Are we ready to face the music of 622 for a slipway? So much money for a single slipway. I kind of want to find the do I think I want to do that. Just for money's sake. Because things are getting so expensive that... Yeah, get me that. Get me the dosh. Loads of money. 629, I mean... 625, we're at 4 cash. We need the money. Get me 1750, please. And now we can just throw in an inverted slipway. I'm going to make some green stuff. Oh wait, why did I... Hold on, why did I send the people from there? I should send a human from here. That's a more logical place to send a human from. As well as one in that general direction. As well as where's the water? It's all the way over there. Send that in too. Now, you're going to need some help. Which we can do via culture. Like there we go, it's generating stuff and all that. Because now people planets to prosperous. Let's get that goods. That's over here. Okay, you need to send your human somewhere. Let's just send some culture someplace. And that's a food producing plant though. I might get a quest for that. In which case, you know, I would prefer to do that over the alternative. We got you done, right? Just gotta take this one. That'll do. Task complete. Forge World or Remnant? Remnant. There's one Forge World here. There's one Remnant there. Like, I want to try to get my existing planets to prosper at this point. So we don't have to worry. But I think we can take both. Just if I can find... If I can find one, right? I mean, I can find a Forge World here. Right, it's not too bad to connect in. It's just like 2 things there. Can I find a Remnant? There's one here. Let's go. This is crazy, but yeah, it'll work. Like, for example, that one was pretty easy. So you know that. So there's one. Number 2. The other Remnant. This one. Yeah, that'll start of next year, right? So then the Forge World? Maybe do that one now. Like, I certainly want to try to get these colonies Elysiumified. An Elysium project built on these colonies, basically. So they want ore each. Let's send them both some ore. And then they want... This is... We're building a thing. And then they want that stuff. And then they want some of this stuff as well. All the things we have available for them. Just for you. And then one of these. There we go. 2 more Elysium projects. Done. And still space for more, right? Like, we can settle another if I want to. For now, though, the quests are these. So let's get those first. So, Forge Worlds and Remnants. We're going to get it started next year. Forge Worlds over here. So then... We have enough of that. we have enough chips? We kind of ran out just now, right? I mean, no, we will get 2 more here. So maybe we don't need the chips then. Do we need the robots? I mean, I have 1 more there. Not necessarily, right? I have like 3 more robots available. And I have enough goods as well. Well... I definitely want some ore. So this one's definitely going to get connected in. So I guess it's... can't I just make you prosperous actually? Because you're already connected in. If I just doing some culture shenanigans with you. I just send out some culture into various places that are prosperous. And that'll make you prosperous. And there we go. Now we've got so many robots. Okay, we don't need robots. Maybe we want some chips then. That's 1 forge world done. What's the other one? Like there isn't any more, right? It's like all these plants are making like 60 each, right? This one's making 90. Well, casual 90 income. I don't see I don't see that there's any problem with that. That seems fine and balanced. Indeed. So like you are actually... That's kind of funky. I guess we got some biomatter and water if I wanted with just a relay or something. I mean, yeah, this just like loads of places where that's actually the case, where I just got extra things that I can just get and grab if I want them. So like, do we go for this next? I guess so, right? Like if I just send in some culture, it'll just get prosperous. And then all we need is that one last. So like get some chips here. I'll pay the 300, no problem. Space-time inversion. That's definitely like part and parcel of our success. Scale of facility. Now I just need to send out some stuff. And why not send some culture to some random places, right? Who still has only 1 culture? Like, not many things have only 1 culture in them. Oh, you don't have any. Okay, well, like you are making a reasonable number of chips. I don't see a problem with you making a reasonable number of chips. Like how many are you making? 5? Oh, we got some spare. I wouldn't want to just throw them around willy-nilly. That seems like a bit of a waste. So ideally we put them, you know, somewhere useful. There are some places that need chips, right? Don't go away wasting your precious resources. They're very precious. At the same time though, like, I mean, I don't need to worry about the money, right? Next year's income is going to basically put us in the black for a while. We'll be able to do some real shenanigans next year if I want to. I don't know if I want to, right? Because it's like, it's okay, right? It's like, let's just do that then to get the mission complete. And then we'll go into next year, but first we'll just go ahead and Grab ourselves additional culture if I wanted. I mean, I shouldn't really pop prosperous on worlds when I don't need to because of missions, right? Yeah, let's just found this planet. Go into the last year, which will allow me to take stream splitting, basically last useful technology. And then we stream split this with an inverted slipway, getting us access. And then we want to send it some water. I guess we'll have to send it from here, which it requires to upgrade. And then we could send it some culture. And that, yeah, there we go. Increase the number of prosperous plants by 4. Don't mind if I do. We still have enough to do that. Let's go ahead and finagle some culture around. There's one. And you gotta send it there. That's 2. It's not that it's not that hard. Okay, that creates more here, creates more there. Good, good, good. Now a little bit of a snag. Oh no, wait, there's no snag. There's number 3. And then, I mean, I guess I can send one from here. Number 4, there we go. Task complete. Didn't even need to take a month for that. These are a problem though. Like 9 robots. I don't want to make that many robots, I think, in the last year. I think I want to kind of connect everything we have. We might end up making a bunch of robots, but 9? Like, we have so many spare, right? I don't want to do that. Same with 12 food or 3 technology. We can't afford those things. So we'll decline these tasks and actually... That's a load off my shoulders because now things get a little easier. Now I can just do things in whatever order I want. It's just so much easier, right? Just sort of like skill up facility here. And then I can just casually look around and see, is there any colony I want to upgrade? Not really. Well, then maybe I want to found another colony, right? Or maybe I want to connect some existing ones, right? Like here. It's like a bunch of planets here that are not prosperous and not successful. Why don't I connect those in? Yeah, why not indeed? I mean, you are already connected in, so that's no point to that. That was a bit expensive, but not too much. So you want a good. We have one for you. Yeah, we do. Have one. Prosperous. There we go. So now, let's get you Elysiumed. I could do that, but that's fine. Okay, so it wants a bot. Let's send it one in the loop. It wants a chip, which we had like 5 of here, yeah. It wants a water, which we had over here. Good. Done. Okay. So, any other people producing, or I want another water down there. You're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. Guess we're out. Ocean Man. Give me another Ocean Man. Guess I'll send it a human. Let's send it, I guess, a couple of cultures as well. Build a skill up facility. And we have like 5 water here now. And we have a water here. And I guess I have a culture here. And a culture there. We're missing a skill facilities. Send some more culture. Every which way. Okay, good. I mean, an easy way to solve you would be to just do that, right? I mean, it's free, basically. That costs a little bit of money, but like 16 out of our 3,000. I think I can suffer that. Yeah, it's not completely upgraded though, is the problem, right? Although, no, yeah, I mean, I can give it enough exports, but I can't... maybe this? It's out of range of everything, right? Like I can't find another planet in range without building some kind of relay or something? I guess it's going to be successful then. You want a biomatter? You want to give it a biomatter? Yeah, sort of the thing. Yeah, so next up, I think I want another human planet, I think. Oh, you have this ocean here to send this water. I guess so, right? Like we have enough stuff to make this work. Just connect it in and then start sending it things like food and a chip. Where's a chip for you? I got a chip here for you. Then it wants a good. I'll have a good here for you. Then it wants to get rid of one of its persons. I mean, sure, right? Deliver it somewhere, I guess. Could even just be to a lab just for the hell of it. I don't think so, though. Anything non-prosperous? Not really, right? We just build another prosperous couple planets every month or so. Which is great, right? Going at a pace of 1 planet a month. So we have like 70 planets or something like that. Don't look at the score. There's a reasonable score, right? Alright, it's gonna get higher too, right? We're not done yet. Like, we're not nearly done yet. You have culture stuff to do as well, right? Like we can like process this stuff. Also, you're not in the system, right? Neither are you. Yeah, maybe we connect those two up, right? If we ever need those resources, we'll just do that. Because it only takes like 1 month to do, right? Connect both in 1 month, which is better than getting a whole new planet. So like, where are these humans going to be sent? Because we just got them spare, I think. Although, I mean, I could get another ore planet if I wanted one. Well, like I've got 6 ore remaining, so I don't think I need it, right? I could just get another human planet, to be honest. Do I have enough green stuff? Yeah, I have some here, right? So why not connect this in as well? That still leaves the question, right? Like, where do we send these humans? I guess they're just going to be sent to some random places. I gotta be careful though that I mean, I've got humans spare everywhere, so it's fine. I don't think I don't have to be too careful. Just send them into some successful planets. There we go. So then we... yeah, you're surrounded by cultured things. I gotta pay attention because there's some things in the middle that are not connected to the network that do still need to get to culture. So they, you know, we use their cultural dissemination with skill facilities to create 2 more culture. Right? Every planet should receive at least 2 culture. Everywhere. Like, no exceptions. So that might be a little difficult, but it's super good if we can get that done. Like, for example, here, right, I can send a couple in here, producing 2 more, which can be sent down there, right? And now 1 can be sent in here, so now you produce 2 more, which can be used to get down in this corner. Which, you know, great, right? This one still wants some. You gotta be careful. Oh, this one wants some. And that one. And over there. Right, and all these, right, will be lost. Probably because they only generate 1 culture. They consume it basically, effectively, right? Because they can't generate 2 because they don't have skill-up facilities. So everything that generates 2 should be, you know, targeted first. So you can't. I mean, you could just build a third slipway and then we can send it to a good place. There we go. Produce an extra 1, shall we? So yeah, we got this one still. Any other one? Any other takers? I don't think so. Well, unlike, you know, unless like these, right? These legendaries. That's a 3,000 income. Casual. Casual 3,000 income. I think this time, right, the next ruler is not going to be poor. He's not going to know what to do with the money. This is a reasonable run. Because why not? Also, scale up facility. More stuff. Alright, so I can build an Elysium plant here. That should be... Those should be a priority, right? Get as many of those as we can. So let's get an ore from down there. Let's get a biometric from up here. It needs a water from somewhere. Or can we poach a water from... Oh, look at that. There's an ocean next to this. Also some bots. I mean, yeah, we have plenty of those. There we go. There's another one. Also, it generates 4 culture. Also very reasonable, right? How is it generating 4? Universal harmony and spread? Oh, it's receiving 2. Right. So then, it's generating 2 from Elysium. It's generating 1 from universal harmony and 1 from culture spread. So yeah, 4 culture in total. Yeah, reasonable, right? Okay, so then... well, I mean, do we have more food? Is there food? Do we have some somewhere? Like, that's kind of the main thing, I think. Are we out of food? Oh, we got some here. We got plenty. We got 2 here. I got 4 more. We can do like a bunch more planets then. How though? Where? Where they be at? Like, do we have to use relays, or are we going to use the other thing? I mean, it kind of depends on what resources needed, right? I mean, if I send here, right, are we going to run out of green stuff? I mean, not really, because this thing's going to produce, I don't know, like 3. So all we need is a relay, and then we can send all of that in. So we got enough of that. So maybe down here is where we want to go. Because I'm looking at this one, right? I'm like, hey, you have like 2 bonus happiness on you. Like, yeah, we got 480 happiness, but 2 more is still 2 more. Still counts. It still only counts as 1 point. Or 2 points? 2 points. Do we need the ore specifically? Or can I skip that? I mean, there's 4 here and 4 there. Like, we can skip this ore. It's not interesting, actually. So yeah, we can just take these 4 with the teleporter, or we can take 2 and 2. I mean, we can take 5, right? If we take this, if we are somehow interested in the ice ball as well. Which we might be if we run out of water. So how expensive is this? Not a problem. 600. Okay. Got you an inverted slipway. So, what does this thing need? Well, it wants a food. We just saw some food. Yeah, up here. Have a food. And that's traveling all the way over there. Okay, good. So now it wants a good. Well, good news for you. I still have some laying around somewhere, like over here, for example, right? I still have 2 more over there as well, right? So it's fine. So now it wants to get rid of some of its humans. I mean, are we going to make some more water? I guess so, right? Because we're nearly out. Yeah, there's 1 more here, but it won't suffice for everything, I think. I think one of these oceans is going to have to be water. Looks like we'd run out otherwise. Like all our water places are done for. I mean, that's not true. We got some here as well, right? No, we got plenty. We got plenty of water, so we're just gonna make 3 more human places, I think. Like 3 more Elysiums if we can get away with it. I don't know how far we'll get, but yeah, just throw the people into various places. Like throw in 1 here, and I mean, I guess we can do some culture stuff, right? Alright, anyone want some? I guess the next one wants some, right? We're gonna do 1 of these no matter what, so. Okay, prosperous. Now you get Elysium, so we can give you some things. Let's see, a bot from over there. And an ore from up there. And a chip from here. And then some biomatter? Huh. I mean, I wanted to include you, right? Or even you? No, this one will create more stuff. So we'll go to September for this. No problem, we'll pay the 300. Now we got biomatter, we got additional water from there. And there we go, you are completed. Next one, get some ore for you. Get some food from here. Are we out of food here? Yeah, we are. And there's 2 more here, right? But you'll need to be connected. I guess that's fine. We'll make that prosperous at the very least. And then a goods. There was some up here somewhere, right? Yeah, all the way up top. Okay. Now the humans need to go some places. Send a couple. I guess I could send 1 into the lab for the hell of it. 10 science. And do we have technocracy actually? Because then there's some point in sending maximum people into the lab. Right, technocracy gives you additional happiness. We kind of don't. Like, we can take like 1 more tech here, but it doesn't really do anything. So let's just Elysium you as well. Giving us more stuff to send in. We already sent in an ore, so we don't need to. There's another robot here for you. There's another chip from there somewhere. You have the water and that stuff. Hey, there we go. Alright, well, another one then. Because why not, right? Keep them coming. Now food might be a problem. Not a big problem though. A small problem. In fact, the problem is so small we can just instantly solve it. Now, yeah, you could be the last planet, I suppose. I mean, hold on a second. If that's the last planet, I should try to get this one in as well. Because this one isn't connected in and it provides water. I just can't because it's, you know. But if I place a relay, it should be able to work, right? I can do something like everted, pay the heavy cost. And now they're all connected in. So now I should be able to get maybe, just maybe 2 more. Right now it's going to get a little tight. Where's the... There's some goods up here somewhere still, yeah. We might run out of goods, to be honest. Right? In which case I'll take a tech to upgrade them, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So, like, make you some more culture. And then just send these humans to various places. Just go make some science with them, I guess, because you don't necessarily need the money. You know, just like sort of... Okay, there we go. More Elysium projects. A chip from there. A robot from here. We still got plenty. A green thing from there. There are those there as well. A blue thing from here. And there we go. Alright, can we do one more? So the question is, do we... I mean, we have enough food. Oh, we have food there. Did I need to build this? I mean, yeah, for the water, right? The thing is, I need the green stuff as well. Like, is there a better way to build that? Can I get the water and the green stuff, for example, like from over here? Is there like a place for a relay that will connect the both of them? Kind of, but then it gets obstructed, I believe. Like, no matter where I put it, it gets obstructed. So there kind of isn't any, right? Like, if I make this... Like, you're out. You're out. Oh, you have some. We have water, we have food. We have ore. Do we have green stuff? Oh, we might not have green stuff. Like, I need this connected in. Right, so connecting this in will create 2 prosperous planets. Over here and over here. And there's no way to do so otherwise because it doesn't have any things. So, like, I can't do another Elysium. Basically, is this the answer? Right? We could do 2 or 3 at the end, but we're 1 month short of doing another. So yeah, that means this is the end, and that means we're going to connect you in. So you get some stuff. Like, you're connected in as well. Right, it's like this, right? This sort of, yeah. This takes a month to build, or we don't have the... If we had that as well, this would be even more ridiculous, but we don't. Oh, we do have that ability. The green into blue, into blue, into green. But, like, all our things have upgrade. So we can't actually use it. unfortunately. And we can't actually send it if I use that. So I guess we'll go to December with a regular relay. Squeak. And 2 everted slipways. Alright, last month, so now we gotta send everything everywhere. Oh dear, there's still lots of stuff to do. So, first things first, everything that doesn't have 2 culture yet should get 2 culture. So, all of these, right, should get 2 cultures. Okay, you have to... You don't have to yet. Send some here. The game is starting to lag because I'm doing something silly. But you know, I don't care too much about this stuff. Just make you prosperous as well. Send culture here. Any planet that's not cultured yet, please hold up your hand. This one. All right. It's kind of nice. You can see that the white ones are all the people planets. So we can kind of check. Oh, this one doesn't have a couple of cultures yet. There we go. And you. And you, in fact. Gotta keep our cultures together, our wits together about us. Okay, that's all of that done. Oh, I can make 2 more over here. One can go in here. Can I keep spotting more, right? Like this one here, for example, could use one more. Now are we done? Like it's got to be it, right? So now we get to choose a chosen lucky planet. Which one's gonna be, right? Where is it gonna be? To send in all of the remaining cultures and people. Maybe just down here, right? Send everything down into this corner. It's got like a ridiculous... Or maybe in the center somewhere, right? That would make some sense. So you are not... Wait, I need to send a green thing into you. There we go. So I'm missing a prosperous planet. Do we have a non-prosperous planet? Oh, we have one non-prosperous planet. Somewhere. Somewhere there's... Oh, you. Oh, yeah, I mean... Now you're a prosperous planet. There we go. 60... Yeah, 82 planets. 62 and 20. Alright, so... Which one's gonna be lucky? Maybe this ore planet, right? Send everything into here. Right next to the center. Right, create like the most... Wait. Hold on a second. We're a people planet. Get an Elysium project. There we go. Like there should be water now, because I made more stuff. Like I connected more stuff in. Yeah, here. And there should be more chips available. Here, one more, the last one. Very nice. And then, I mean, yeah, this... And there also should be a bot available somewhere for me. Like I had like tons spare, just not... Yeah, see? So. There we go. Okay, nice. So there was like just a whole Elysium planet we didn't see yet. Alright, well, let's send more humans and things in here. Already sending a human down there? Oh, we'll choose another planet. For now, they'll just like continue stacking everything here. Because I don't see why not. How much are we sending in here? Oh yeah, you're connected to everybody. It's like prosperous 3 times over. I mean, gotta do something with these spare resources, right? They do, like, look at the happiness, right? It keeps ticking up. 559, 560, 560. Oh, well, I mean... 561. Oh, there's some up here. 562, 563. Like, maybe it should get an indicator with a count, because I hope you like working here, because it's kind of busy. It's also the most cultured of mines. There's never been a more cultured mine. You're not connected in, I'll just send it in there then. So like... who's the next lucky planet, right? Maybe this one? Right, send it some... Oh, don't do that. Don't scan! Like, that would be a mistake and a half. We're not done yet sending all these people to places. 74... Will we get to 600? Maybe. Eventually we'll run out of culture and people to send to places, right? And things. I mean, these things don't do anything, so I'm not going to send them. There's no point to it. Also, we're going to have an unemployment here, apparently, because you can't go anywhere. Well. So be it. So, who's the next lucky contestant? Maybe this ocean over here? Now, I could swag and send people into labs, I suppose, right? $12 science. Oh, this one's actually not connected. Any more humans available? Doesn't look like it. Oh well, there's here. There's some here. Okay, like we got 4 unemployment. Like one of which we can't solve, but yeah, this one we can solve. Yeah, we could have made a bunch more science early, but there's no need for it, right? Like these techs don't do anything. Like use robots as people, no. Typically, like robots we want to use as robots. Because we don't have a shortage of humans, like that should be kind of awfully clear. I do like my 13 science, but maybe we go for 14 then. Yeah, I could have stacked it up to a ton of more science actually if I stacked it all into labs instead of on these couple planets, but I don't know. It's whatever you like to do, right? It's like any spare cultures. There's a couple more here. Okay, so you are all emptied out. Oh, there's one more here. Sure. There's two more here too. They're all connected, so it's like there's no issue here. Oh look, there's like a bunch more cultures floating around here as well. Would you look at that? I don't know how much I'm sending in here. Oh, we passed the 600 mark, by the way. So, yeah. Any more culture? Also, yeah, I could have actually connected like this, maybe, or something. I don't know. We have completed. Yeah, 1% unemployment, 609% happiness, 59 science, and 4,000 income. Let's take a screenshot. I mean, I'll take another one at the end screen, right? Let's throw a scan, just because we can, at the end of 3.5 hours and have a look at this score that's going to be utterly ridiculous. And no, you don't need that. Alright. Like, yeah, we got a little more than 5 stars. So, apparently, if you can get your hands on nanites and teleportation and Elysium Project and culture, you don't need monoliths to break things. Just building like 10 Elysium projects works. I mean, yeah. I mean, this wouldn't be very common, right? Like, it takes specifically a lot of technologies. Like, I did like 10 runs or so before I got this one. So I don't think it's like super common. I don't think that if you have like a ranked run that you can like retry again and again, that you can maybe find a situation in which you find, you know, the right forebear ruins that contain the text you need. I would imagine you would be able to locate them, right? But it takes a combination of ingredients, right? It takes a combination of teleporters, nanites, some kind of thing that has unlimited scaling, like culture or the Bakar things, the ore things. I can't remember what they're called. We tried that last time. We got to like nearly 100,000, 999,972. The monuments things. It's like this is a run and a half. They're sort of still bewilderedly staring at it. Let's have another screenshot. Yeah. GG. And a half. A reasonable run, right? I think it's reasonable. What's not to like about this? It nearly doesn't fit on the screen, but yeah. GG.